Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. It was just another bright, overly lit morning on Today. The cameras were rolling, the coffee was warm, and the fake laughter echoed across Studio 1A. On screen, everything looked perfect. Savannah Guthrie, polished and pastel, leaned into her usual poised professionalism. Hoda Kotb, ever the empath, nodded along enthusiastically as the segment rolled on about trending TikTok dances and fall fashion. But something was off. Very off. Behind Savannah's practiced smile, something simmered. It wasn't just fatigue, it was frustration, sharp and burning. The crew had noticed it for weeks. The eye rolls between takes, the curt responses in production meetings, the way Savannah's makeup chair had become her sanctuary, a fortress of silence where assistants feared to tread. Off camera, whispers had turned into conversations, and now they were becoming headlines. The moment came at 8:14 a.m., just after the cooking segment with a celebrity chef who'd flambéed his way into near disaster. The laughter died down, and the screen faded back to the hosts. A serious segment was up next, something about political fallout in Washington, but the energy had shifted. As Savannah began reading from the teleprompter, her co-host Craig Melvin made a small joke, something innocuous about DC being the original reality show. But instead of her usual chuckle, Savannah gave him a glare so ice-cold it could have frozen the coffee in her mug. Silence. Just a beat, but long enough for the audience and the millions watching to feel it. The tension was no longer behind the scenes. It had burst through the screen. Craig cleared his throat. Hoda smiled too hard, and Savannah, she didn't even pretend anymore. Maybe if people took their jobs seriously, it wouldn't feel like a reality show, she muttered, still on air. It was subtle, quiet, but picked up perfectly by her mic. The control room erupted. Producers waved frantically, cutting to commercial 3 minutes early. The broadcast stuttered like it had caught a cold. On social media, the clip exploded before the Folgers ad could even finish airing. By 9 a.m., #Savannah versus everyone was trending. Backstage, Savannah sat alone in her dressing room, scrolling through headlines. Today show drama boils over. Savannah Guthrie snaps on air. End of the road? Longtime host sparks exit rumors after live gaffe? Guthrie done? Sources say host tired of playing nice. She sighed. Not of regret, but relief. It had been building for months, years even. The corporate politeness, the constant smiling, the fluff stories masking real news. The backstage politics were worse than anything she'd ever reported on. They'd wanted her to play nice, but Savannah Guthrie was never built to be nice. She was built to be real. As the door creaked open, NBC executive Marissa Lang stepped inside, iPhone in hand, already buzzing with PR damage control. "Are you okay?" Marissa asked tentatively. Savannah didn't look up. "I'm done." "With the show?" "With pretending." Marissa raised an eyebrow. "So, you're leaving?" Savannah finally looked her in the eye. "I'm deciding what comes next, but whatever it is, it won't involve playing morning show Barbie." The fallout came fast. Headlines the next day hinted at amicable discussions, next chapters, and fresh beginnings. Internally, though, Savannah had made her choice. And while NBC scrambled to draft statements and reshuffle segments, Savannah made a quiet call to a journalist friend at The Atlantic. "I've got a story," she said, voice steady for the first time in months. "Not about me, but about the truth behind what we're all forced to smile through." That morning marked the end of Savannah Guthrie as we knew her. But it was also the beginning of the version she had been hiding behind the desk for too long.